I call the honourable member for Wannon.
Thanks, Madam Speaker. And I rise tonight to talk about a very important aspect of the budget, and that is the infrastructure, or more in particular, the road funding for road infrastructure that was included in this year's budget. And it was significant. It was nation-changing, and it is worth highlighting here in this House tonight. The package overall was $50 billion worth, and for the state of Victoria, which hosts the electorate of Wannon, it meant investment of $7.6 billion to build the roads of the 21st century. Now, Madam Speaker, you've been to my electorate of Wannon and you know how important roads are to that electorate. That's how we get our kids to school. That's how we get our milk to the processing plants. That's how we get our livestock to the abattoirs and the sale yards. Roads are the absolute fibre of everything we do in my electorate, and it is an absolute pleasure to be able to stand here tonight and detail all the funding which will go into the roads, which will help the electorate of Wannon, the state of Victoria and the nation. Let's look at a few of the highlights. There is $229 million in the budget for a national highway upgrades, and that's competitive tendering for that money, which means the highways, the state highways which run through my electorate, we will be able to compete to get money to upgrade them. Roads to Recovery. Roads to Recovery gets $2.5 billion, but most importantly, an extra $350 million in a one-off payment in 2015-16 financial year. I'm going to repeat that again, Madam Speaker. In the year 2015-16, an extra $350 million one-off payment which will go to local government for the Roads to Recovery program. There's the Black Spots program. They'll get an extra $200 million over the forward estimates, taking the total to $564.5 million. And there's the Heavy Vehicle Safety Productivity Package worth $248 million. Let's look more specifically at a few more of the road projects which will be beneficial to the electorate of Wannon. We have the Western Highway upgrade, Ballarat to Stawell duplication, federal contribution $263.4 million for this next stage of the duplication of the Western Highway. Look at the Princess Highway, West, Winchelsea to Colac duplication, the federal contribution $185.5 million for the continuation of this duplication of the Princess Highway. Take more roads more specifically, Conda Hotspur Road, $2.5 million to fix this important logistic route and ensure that heavy transport, especially timber transport, do not have to travel extra kilometres due to the standard of that bridging road. $2.5 million there. We turn to another project, and many have said this could be a little city-centric, but I don't think it is. Anyone from the west of Victoria who has travelled to Melbourne know the importance of being able to get into Melbourne in a timely manner. And we've seen the problems which have been occurring over the Balti Bridge, over the Westgate Bridge and around the Ring Road. So not only is the government contributing to East-West Link, but it's importantly contributing to the East-West Link Section 2. And the total federal contribution for those two projects is $3 billion. This is a budget which is transforming the road infrastructure of our nation. We are building the roads of the 21st century. The Prime Minister wants to be known as the Infrastructure Prime Minister, and he hasn't just said that, he is delivering in spades in this budget. Real money into building real roads, and the government is absolutely determined, through the work of the Assistant Minister and the Minister, to ensure that these roads are starting to be built now. I commend the House on the road budget that was handed down 2 weeks ago.